Chapter 35 The Chaste Dog by Jiang. Dog Grandpa. At 20, I twisted my way through the imperial exams. By the nameless lake, I studied books to death. Only at 60 did I grasp the ways of the world, sipping wine by the window, watching rain threads fall. One thatched cottage, half farm tools, half books. 2 acres of idle land, one glance at the breeze, another at the rain. For 30 years, I went to work, chasing fame, fortune, and status. At 60, retired at last, I returned pastoral poetry. A ghost asked, "Dog Grandpa, where have you been today?" The moment you came back, you started reciting all this. Suddenly, you sound just like some big literary dog. You've got us ghosts looking at you with brand new respect. Dog Grandpa. Remember, didn't I tell you earlier about the 3 of us dogs visiting a resort called West Slope Hermitage? The madman was locked up in the asylum, and without protection, going into town was dangerous for us 3, so we went there instead. The teacher. Of course I remember. You said the owner was one of my former students. Dog Grandpa. That's right. The first poem was written by that man from Beijing. The second one was written by your student, the sociologist. Both are quite good, lives to be envied. The teacher. So the Beijing man never left. Dog Grandpa, he did leave, but then came back. He said he rented out his house in Beijing. Funny enough, it was rented by an elderly couple from our town who went to Beijing to take care of their son and daughter-in-law. The teacher. This fool sounds like he's a Peking University graduate. Why on earth would he want to come to our backwater? You just said people from here are rushing to Beijing to rent his house. How come, out of all the places in China, he picks this hole? It's unbelievable. Dog Grandpa. Teacher, let me tell you slowly. This man, he's actually quite capable. After graduating from Peking University, he joined the Academy of Social Sciences. But before he even reached middle age, his wife died of cancer. 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with early-stage lung cancer. Her son had settled in the U.S., so he went there for surgery. After recovering, he couldn't adapt to life abroad and wanted to return home. But when he got back to Beijing, the smog was so thick it choked him. He decided to go back to his hometown, only to find it wasn't any better than Beijing. Same old mess. In despair, he got in his car, took his dog, and started driving around the country, searching for places with clean air. One day, he passed through our city. As he drove up to the fork before West Slope Hermitage, he stopped to pee. His dog jumped out and bolted, no calling it back, straight into the green, flower-scented West Slope Hermitage. The owner followed. And that, as I told you before, was how he formed a bond with the locals. After returning to Beijing, he rented out his house and moved here for good. Now they're all thick as thieves, going on trips every day, coming back to eat meat, drink wine, write poems, and live like kings. Even his dog is over the moon. When it saw us 3, it couldn't help but pour its heart out in joy. The teacher. A dog? What could it possibly say to you? You're not telling me it's smarter than its Peking University educated master. Dog Grandpa. Teacher, you're mistaken. The dog was very proud. It said, "Without me, my master wouldn't be alive today." The teacher. How so? Dog Grandpa. For a while, his master kept coughing. The dog had long sensed danger in the phlegm, sniffing it, then barking fiercely at his master. They lived together so long they had unspoken understanding. The master realized the dog was trying to tell him something. That's what made him go to the hospital and catch the cancer early. Because of this, the master cherishes the dog more than ever. And when the dog ran into West Slope Hermitage, the master was even more certain. It was the dog who led him to choose this place. So he went back, rented out his house without hesitation, and moved here. The teacher, you dogs really brag about yourselves. 还是 if a man from Peking University could be inferior to a dog? Dog grandpa. Teacher, don't say that. You're wrong. He's inferior. You humans have already proven it. Our sense of smell is hundreds of times sharper than yours. Otherwise, why would there be search dogs or drug-sniffing dogs? The dog told me how miserable it was in Beijing. Whenever dogs got together, they'd all complain about the same thing, each cursing their owners. So stupid. This air is like a gas chamber, and they're still living here like it's paradise. Don't they know it's slow suicide? What can we do? We're dogs. We have to follow them helplessly to this rotten place. In winter, sometimes we don't see the sun for half a month. Our skin gets covered in mites, the itching pure torture, worse than death. I told it, now you're better off, living a sweet life. It said, yeah, but there's one thing I'm not happy about. Dog grandpa. Dog grandpa. The garden owner has a female dog. He fell for her. The teacher. That's even better. A perfect match. Meant to be. Grandpa. Hardly. The female dog rejected him. The teacher. A local mutt rejecting a city dog from Beijing. How's that possible? Dog grandpa. Teacher, don't disbelieve me. I've long noticed your outdated views. She really did reject him. Every time he tried to mount her, she wouldn't allow it. The teacher. Why? Dog grandpa. The local female dog hated the smell on him. She was allergic to it. Dogs are this particular? Never heard of it. Probably couldn't stand the smog stench he carried from Beijing. Dog grandpa. Exactly. The teacher. And in the end, did he win her over? Dog grandpa. He conquered her body, but not her heart. The teacher. What do you mean? Dog grandpa. One day, he forced himself on her, held her down, and raped her. The female dog had a fierce spirit. Afterward, she ran to a nearby tree and slammed her head into it until she died. The teacher. My God. I've heard of chaste women, but a chaste dog. Dog grandpa. Strictly speaking, she's not fierce, she's chaste. She felt defiled by a dirty dog. The teacher. And then? Dog grandpa. The owner was heartbroken. The guest from Beijing felt deeply guilty and beat his dog severely. Together, they buried the local female dog beneath a peony bush, built a little mound, and erected a tombstone with 2 large characters. Chen Zhen's grave. On the back, they inscribed 2 lines of verse. The teacher. What did it say? Dog grandpa. Born pure, returned to purity. A handful of clean earth hides a life of grace. The teacher. These dogs' actions, they've completely overturned my values. The sociologist sighed. Even our local village dogs look down on Beijing dogs now. And yet, people here still rush to Beijing like it's heaven.